Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So right now, looking at this price action of Bitcoin, you can see yesterday the price of Bitcoin was flashing us a really bullish scenario. But right now, looking at this price structure, you can see it is actually showing some sort of a reversal scenario. So what happened to yesterday's price structure? Because yesterday I showed you guys, since the price was leaving the upper line area of this descending broadening wedge, it was flashing a really bullish scenario. Not only that, this 1, 2, 3, 4 reversal scenario was also playing actually very well, and along with that, this double bottom gave us a really nice indication. If the price is able to break above this 40,950 price level, this is going to be a very bullish scenario for Bitcoin. But you can see guys, we did manage to came across that price level, but exactly after reaching that area, we got a weak rejection here, we also got a weak rejection here, and also here. And since then, you can see the price is also seeing some sort of a reversal scenario. So the question right now is, what is going to unfold next for Bitcoin? Is this actually a real reversal? Because if you look at the area where we actually found support here around this 38,700, 38,600 price level, and also look at the double bottom scenario which I showed you on my yesterday's video, exactly there guys, exactly there, got a very strong support. And now this is also going to act as a support. So what is this actually showing us is that if I look at this price structure here, support, what we can do is we can look at this in an parallel channel. So for that, let me show you this chart. And before I switch the chart, I would also really appreciate if you could take 2 seconds of your time and smash the like button. And for those individuals who are watching this video for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So now let me switch the chart. Now, if we look at this price action of Bitcoin again in an hourly time frame, guys, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this parallel channel to pinpoint some resistance and supportive area for Bitcoin at this current stage. Because if you look at the price action of Bitcoin right now using this parallel channel, we can get an image. Where are our supportive areas? This is exactly at the lower line of this parallel channel, which also previously acted as a double bottom here. You can see this double bottom scenario, right? But exactly after price reaching that area, we did got a weak rejection here to the downside, indicating this lower line area could be acting as a support. And now, since we are approaching the middle line area of this parallel channel, we are getting some sort of rejection, because you can see here, this middle line has acted as a very strong support here, right? All the way you can see here. And exactly there, we are also finding some rejection. So if we want to continue further in an upward direction, we have to come across this upper line area, and this upper line area is around 41,500 price level. Because yesterday I told you, if the price was able to close above this 40,950, that was going to flash a bullish scenario, but we actually got rejection. So now this upper line area is where we need to break above. So I mean, if the price wants to continue further in upper direction, we have to properly close above this 41,500 price level, and then that's going to be a very bullish scenario. But now, if this is going to be a parallel channel scenario again, I'm actually expecting more of a range bound market, guys. This is what I see right now looking in a smaller time frame. And also, if we would look this price action here in a 4-hour time frame, you can see this here. So now, if we look at the price action of Bitcoin using the CPI indicator in a 4-hour time frame, you can see in a 4-hour time frame, the upper target here for the end of this January month is going to be around 44,700. This is the final destination for this January month for Bitcoin according to the CPI. But now, since we are seeing some rejection here to the downside, this R2 line is actually going to be a very strong support, which is at 37,000 price level. Because if this lower line area of this parallel channel is not going to hold the price anymore, we could be getting gravitated towards this 37,000 price level area. Because if this lower line is not going to act as a support, we could also be gravitating towards this lower line area of 37,000, and 37,000 is a very strong support, because this is also exactly where the R2 line is. Because you can see here, guys, this 37,000 has previously also acted as a very strong support. So this here, along with the CPR, the downward target for us right now would be around 37,000. But I'm actually going to see more likely a consolidation phase at this current scenario for Bitcoin. So if you would, let's say, look at this price structure in a bit different way. I mean, if we would include our ascending channel in this case, you can see right now, this here, it's a very interesting scenario. You can see here, guys. You can see the upper line acted as a resistance here, right? You can see the lower line played out as a very strong support here as well, right? Here as well. So now we know this rising channel, the price of Bitcoin has clearly broken out of it, we found a support at the upper line area, and this is also exactly, you can see this trend line here, this is also exactly where we are finding support. Look at this, right? This is also a very, very interesting scenario, because if this is going to continue, I mean, if this price is going to find support here, then we are actually going to look at the more like a sideways market in the upcoming days for Bitcoin, because according to this scenario, this is also a very, very strong supportive area. And if this is going to fail, then just like I said you, the R2 line is going to be somewhere around this area. So this is going to be our downward target if the price of Bitcoin fails to hold support around this 38,800 or 38,600 price level. So this is what I see right now, looking at the price action in a 4-hour time frame and also in an hourly time frame. And so now if we look at this price action in a weekly time frame, include the Fibonacci level, guys, you can see exactly here, after reaching this 2.272 Fibonacci extension level, we actually found rejection here, and price is also showing difficulty to break in an upper direction. So, but if we look at to the downside, this multiple here, 2 multiple, this is exactly where we could be also getting gravitated according to the CPR, right? And if this is going to happen, this line is also exactly at the 37,000 price level. So you can clearly see, if we are going to see any sort of a pullback, the 37,000 price level is going to act as a very, very strong support. And then we could still continue further in an upper direction, only if this supportive line here to the downside going to fail, which is around 38,600. Please keep that in mind, right? And also, if we look at the same scenario using the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, you can see here. So now, if we look at the price action Bitcoin using this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, as I've already said you guys in my previous videos, since we have already crossed above this middle line area, where we could be possibly hitting is this line here, which is the 61.80 Fibonacci level. Because if we look at this line here, 61.80 Fibonacci line, this is our target area, because every time when the price was able to break above the middle line area, in this case you can see we actually came at the 61.80 at least once. You can see here, right? We also had a break out of this midline area. We came to the 61.80 Fibonacci level and then got a reversal, but we have tested the 61.80 Fibonacci line once we were able to find support above the midline area. You can see here as well, we were able to find support over the midline area. We came to test the 61.80. We went even higher. But what I'm actually trying to say you here is that in our case right now, since we have also closed above the midline area, this 61.80, which is going to be around 44,600, 44,700 is going to be our upward target, because according to the CPR, this line here is also exactly at the 44,700, because if this is going to play out, then this target here to the upside 44,500, 44,600 price level, and to the downside, as you can see now, since the price has already pierced through the middle line area of this Fibonacci level, what I would do is I would look this in a daily time frame. So if this pullback is going to happen, then what we could see is that this middle line acting as a very, very strong support. So if this pullback is going to happen, then as you can see, 37,000 price level could be a very, very strong support, and we can still after that continue again further in an upward direction. And also, if we look at this Ethereum price action right now, guys, you can see if we look at this price action of Ethereum USD in a 4-hour time frame, I told you yesterday what kind of scenario we were expecting for Ethereum. Ascending triangle scenario, because this ascending triangle, as soon as we found support above the upper line area, you can see here we had a really nice breakout, right? And this is the exact scenario what I also said you yesterday on my video regarding Ethereum price action, because according to this in a 4-hour time frame, the price of Ether breakout here in an upper direction, and you can see we did saw a price breakout, price was able to find support, we had a breakout, and look at this pullback. This pullback came exactly at the upper line area of this ascending triangle, which has previously acted as a resistance. You can see exactly at that price level now we are finding support. So what does this actually mean is that if I look at this now in an hourly time frame, if we are going to continue further in an upper direction, the upper line area, which is around 1260 price level, is going to be a very, very strong support for Ether. And right now, if we look at this in a bit different way, what I can also do is this price movement here, use this rising channel, guys, because this rising channel inside this in an hourly time frame, the price of Ether might be slowly heading in an upper direction, because this is exactly what I told you yesterday. If you remember properly, I told you guys, since we are broken out of this ascending channel here, what price of Ether might be doing, could be forming another ascending channel in this manner, and this is exactly what we are also witnessing right now with Ethereum price action in an hourly time frame. So in an hourly time frame, I'm actually expecting price of Ether to move more like in an upper direction in this manner here, because you can see here, guys, this ascending channel, right, the previous high structure is exactly the area where we are finding support right now, because you can see resistance, right, support. We can see here this was also a support here if you look properly. So now if this is going to continue further, what we need to do is we need to form another ascending triangle, because if we look at this area, right, and look at the upper line area, this is a very nice ascending triangle breakout, got a pullback, price came back at the upper line area of this ascending triangle. So now what we could be seeing is a similar price structure, because this here is our swing high, right, the swing high area, and the lower part, the rising trend line here, could be playing as a supportive area. This means right now the price of Ether, what I'm actually expecting is more like heading in this manner. So if this is also going to play out as an ascending triangle, then there is again a possibility of price for Ether to continue further in an upper direction following this ascending channel, guys. So this is what I see right now looking at the price action of Ethereum in a smaller time frame and in a bigger time frame, as you can see here. If we look at this in a weekly time frame, you can see the price has already pierced all our target area, which we are calling since days now, right? You can see all this target has been pierced. So the next target is going to be around 1370, and after that this 1410 price level, because I think once the price of Ether breaks above the previous high structure, then I think it's going to be a very, very parabolic move for Ethereum. Because if you look at this fractal here, which I've showed you guys, this fractal from 2017 is also playing out exactly. This is very, very identical, guys. And you can see if this is going to follow, then just like Bitcoin after breaking the previous high structure, for Ether could be also a very, very parabolic move in an upper direction. And if we also look at this Ethereum USD chart now, since the Ether price is showing a really nice move, so what is also unfolding there? Let's have a look at that. So now if we look at this Ethereum Bitcoin chart in a weekly time frame, the first thing what I like to do is include this parallel channel to identify some trend direction at this current stage, because if you use this parallel channel to look for or to identify this trend direction, you can see this Ether Bitcoin chart is actually showing a consolidation phase. So inside this parallel channel, you can see we are clearly heading in a sideways direction. So what does this actually mean is that if Ethereum wants to take back some dominance away from Bitcoin, then we have to clearly break out of this upper line area of this parallel channel, guys. This is very, very important, because we know the lower line acted as a very strong support. We got another support here, but now if Ether want to take back some dominance, then we have to close above this upper line area, which is going to be around 0.038 level. So this means what could be also unfolding is this inverse head and shoulder scenario, guys, because this, according to this inverse head and shoulder, you can see if this Ether Bitcoin chart, if we are going to break above this upper line area of this parallel channel, this is going to flash up two bullish scenarios. So that means Ether might be taking back some dominance away from Bitcoin. So let's see how this one is also going to unfold. So guys, this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button, and also if you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.